All right, guys, we are back. Thank you guys for tuning in to Morning Kiss. So we're going to jump into some hot topics. Our first hot topics today is Tom Cruise loses his you-know-what on the set of production of Mission Impossible 7. Now, according to LoveBScott.com, the 58-year-old actor and Top Gun megastar was reportedly furious that 2 crew members violated COVID-19 safety protocols while they were seen working behind the scenes, and they were standing too close together. So, Tom lost his mind, and, this is crazy to me. Like, we know Tom Cruise for doing some outrageous things like hopping up and down on Oprah's couch, being so excited, being this insanely, crazy person over Scientology. The list goes on. So Cruise reportedly yelled, "If I see you do it again, you're effing gone. And if anyone in this crew does it, that's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't ever effing do it again." So Cruise was heard yelling in a leaked studio clip from The Sun. So, Noel, do you agree with him, or do you think he went overboard?
I guess it's one of those things, you had to be there.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound good. The optics of it don't sound good. But, let's ask Mr. Conley here, because he knows about having to get aggressive to get a point across.
When you're putting your money up, you have a team, right? This is possibly some of his money in production for Mission Impossible 7. When you're that big of an actor, sometimes your money starts to be aligned with the big studios. So do you think he was well within his rights to react that way?
Yes, because of COVID and how it could spread and how it could have shut down the whole production of one and the protocols that they may have had to take and the money lost. If that's the biggest thing, because if they could follow in their protocols, hey, we have to shut down for now it's 10 days, I believe, instead of 14. We got to shut down for 10 days because of these particular. And let's say if one of them was Tom Cruise, well, heck, how you gonna shoot Mission Impossible 7 without Tom Cruise? Man. So if you that's just money spent. People are still getting on set. They might not. You might have a lot of people who are on set who might not physically be working, but because they're there, they're still getting paid.
Absolutely.
So all of a sudden, you got to pay these people X amount of dollars. So I'm sure money was a big part of it.
A lot of money on the line.
A lot of money on the line. And you know what? It's a little different when you're in that ownership seat and you're not just there to sit and collect a check. So I totally agree with that.
Spoken like a true business owner.
Right.
So listen, Hollywood is clearly taking a hit with the box office. I think actors are feeling in the pockets. Like, what do you think? When's the last time you've been to a movie? It's been a while.
I can't even tell you the last movie I saw. Oh, actually, I can't tell you. The last movie I saw in the theaters was Endgame.
Okay. The last movie I saw, I think, was Endgame. Might have been Jumanji, the last one there. Right. Yeah. It's been a while, but I don't even have the urge to be like, I can't wait to get back into. No, that is an enclosed space. The seats, the intimacy of everything, the idea around it. Not even for free. I mean, I saw a couple months ago where they were making tickets 99 cents. Not even for 99 cents. I'm not going.
Wow.
Right. So, do you think you'll be going to the movies anytime soon?
I've always enjoyed going to the movie, but it really has been a minute, and I feel perhaps.
What about a drive-in? Okay. All right. Allegedly, Walmart was trying to, do something with their parking lots and introduce the whole drive-in experience, reintroduce it because, obviously drive-ins have been around for a while. All right. So the NBA launches an investigation against Clippers Jerry West. So according to TMZ Sports, the NBA has launched its own investigation into allegations made against the Clippers and Jerry West in a new lawsuit. TMZ Sports has learned so the allegations are spelled out in a lawsuit filed by Johnny Wilkes, who says that West promised him $2.5 million for helping the Clippers sign superstar free agent Kawhi Leonard in 2019. If the allegations are true, it would be a violation of NBA policy, and West and the Clippers could be subject to league discipline. So I'm going to start with Steve because you have some experience being on the pro level in in those leagues. But I'm sure the NBA is a little bit different from the NFL, but still, they're still both kind of up there in parallel in that respect. So does this happen? Do you think this happens all the time behind the scenes?
Yes, especially in this situation. You got to think about the pressures that's going on in LA. So in LA, it's not that you just, the Clippers and NBA or LA. He's fighting a fight within his own city.
Yeah.
So he's competing with, LeBron and AD and everything that's going on with the Lakers. So you have to match that, especially since they had a little bit of success before Kawhi got there. So how do you keep that success going on when you got LeBron James next door and you're trying to get that first title?
So it's okay to risk it all.
I ain't saying it's okay to risk it all. I can believe it happened.
Okay.
I'm not saying I can. I'm gonna say it like Chris Rock said. I'm not saying you should have did. I'm not saying you should have did it.
Right.
But I understand.
Right. There you go. You have something. Okay. I like that answer. I'm going to start using that. So do you guys think Jerry West thought he could get away with it? And if yes, this might not be his first rodeo with recruiting players like this. So what do you think, Sosa?
Anytime something like that comes to the surface,
right,
that's probably not the first time that's happened.
Right. Usually,
I would assume so, that may be a practice that was in place that maybe went under the radar before,
doing a little bit of research, he seemed real comfortable with it. Allegedly, he was just like, he just ghosted him. Imagine somebody promising you $2.5 million. You start calling them once you deliver, and it's just like voicemail, What?
Yeah.
No, sir, I want my money. If this is what you promised me, all right, I delivered on my end. Come on, give me my 2.5.
Hey, we talking about 2.5 million. I'm going to quote my favorite rapper of all time.
Sosa, listen, if you borrow $10 from me, I'm looking for you tomorrow.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm going to quote my favorite rapper, Pimp C. He said, "Man, you going to smell my cologne."
I like that. All right, guys. So Tiffany Haddish is launching. She's set to launch She Ready internship program. According to TMZ, the actress and producer has partnered with Ready to Succeed to launch an internship program that will place foster youth in positions at her She Ready production. So this is pretty cool. These interns get a paid internship, mentorship, packed suitcase with resources that will help them get ready for work. I think this is an amazing idea. You know what? I really love Tiffany Haddish for kind of sticking to her guns when it comes to what she said in the beginning of her career and how she's handling it once she's achieved all these success. Because you'll see a lot of times, when people are real hungry, they can't pay their rent, they don't know where they're going to get their next meal from. Once they've gotten the millions and now they're in Beverly Hills, they're like, I can kind of relax now. That was just a conversation that we were having. That I didn't really mean anything. So do we need to see more people with power and resources reaching back to develop the youth? I'll ask you because I see you doing it.
Yes, definitely. To piggyback off of Tiffany Haddish, her and Common are dating, and the reason why I even bring that up is because I went to high school with Common. Me and Common are good friends, and
I'm like, you spilling some tea, Steve? What's going on? Is this an exclusive?
No. Meaning that he's that type of person, and I think he's a like minds thinking like. I think that's awesome that they're together and she's doing what she's doing. And he's doing what he's doing. I think together they make a great bond to give back.
I think that's amazing. And if we didn't know for sure in the media, like I think Steve just confirmed that Common and Tiffany Haddish are officially dating. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. That's old news.
It's old news.
He's like, wait a minute, did I say something wrong?
I know I saw on Ellen. Wait a minute.
We need a sound effect, Noel, for it's an exclusive. It's a Morning Kiss exclusive. Listen,
here it is.
Right. Don't you worry. It's been out for a while, and I have been paying attention. And I think they make a cool couple. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like what he brings to the table. Yeah. It's kind of like a balance for what she got going on. Mm-hmm. So I love that. All right. So what can we do? So here's my question to you guys. What can we do more of in our society today to prepare misguided individuals and the younger generation to be more successful and realize their passions and potentials?
Wow.
Steve.
I would love to jump on that. Yes. I would go back to, what we talked about earlier, you have to get with the youth because unfortunately, in Northwest Arkansas, there is a problem, but not nearly as bad as other places where you have broken families. And when the family is broken, a lot of time the kids in the households are the worst from it. If you can have mentors come back into to stand in that gap, you never know what can come from it. And I think you have a lot of organizations in Fayetteville, like Yvonne Richards said, the Boys and Girls Club, the Arkansas Hawks, and a lot of other youth programs who stand in that gap for the misguided youth or the youth who don't have the chance like other kids may have. I think that can be a big help.
I agree with that, but we got to pay some bills. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about what we can do in the community, just to give back. And then we're going to get into the word of the day and our final thoughts.